Hey, what's up everybody? Time for another game theory video. Remember, if you like the videos, like, sub, silly comment, share, super chat, super like, whatever. It helps the channel. I appreciate it. Thanks. Today, I want to talk about, again, showing another example of how in newer games that regular moves don't feel special. And I think that's one of the problems of newer games as well, that too often just the special moves are special. And people forget that back in the day, normals felt very special despite these games being so old. So I've made a video before about Guile and how Guile kind of had the very first hop kick in a fighting game, if you think about it, with the inverted funky kick. But another special move, although a normal move for Guile would be his sweep, and how his sweep no longer feels special in new games and feels generic, right? So I want to show off Guile's sweep in this video. So let's look at this right here. Guile sweep, this is the move we're talking about, the double roundhouse, breakdance kick, whatever the fuck you want to call it. Now, let's remember, a lot of these examples I'm going to show sort of footsie sort of situations, let's say, and we'll use Ryu as an example because, again, Ryu, in old school Street Fighter, when you think about footsies, you think about mashing on duck short because it's such a powerful tool to check, right? Has proximity blocking with it. If you just think about the way that footsies and neutral actually works in old school Street Fighter. Even new Ryu here with worse priority on his short, Ryu can check a low forward from Guile. Not as easily as like an old Ryu, but it's still possible. However, when we're looking at something like Guile's sweep, right? Guile's sweep has a lot more priority. You cannot check it despite it looking the same, right? You'll often lose. So let's look at this right here. Let's remember, if you respect the fucking sweep, right? Guess what? It puts Guile at a pretty tremendous advantage, right? So if we're thinking about that, we would probably think to ourselves, well, we want to hit him out of the move before the second hit happens, right? So let's look at some examples here, because if you were to block this, right, well, it sets up Guile perfectly for this mid-range where he's at the advantage. Like, think of that mid-range where you reset the match. There's almost a sort of instinct with a fireball character that, maybe I want a fireball since we reset the match right here. That's a pretty common thing to do, right? But at this position, it just so happens exactly that Guile, perfect example to flash kick over a fireball, right? Oh, let's say you respected the sweep. Oh, I go back with Sabat kick. You try to fireball me. I can still jump the fireball. Oh, you blocked it again. Oh, step kick. I'm still charging to counterattack you because I have the frame advantage, right? Boom, that, blah, 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 blah. Oh, jump in for a combo. Even here, oh, well, I didn't block that hit. Can I jump in time? No, you're still going to get. So let's look at some more stuff here, right? Now, if you are an older character, this is a little bit easier when the priority of Ryu is stronger. I can try to check in between of the sweep, right? But even using an older character here, this does take timing. It is possible to get beat. It's actually more specific than it looks, right? So, and if you're new Ryu, well, God forbid you try to do that with new Ryu, the priority just isn't there to beat the move, to try to check it in between, right? Now, from certain distances, yeah, if you're that far away, look, if we try to short here, short doesn't win, right? And again, if we were to try to move into these specific distances where a short might win, well, because of proximity blocking, we're frozen. So we can't get to these sweet spots as easily, right? Now, what about, you might be like, Clayton, well, fuck this. I don't care about all these normals. Why don't I just Dragon Punch in between it? Well, guess what? Your Dragon Punch doesn't beat it, right? You try to fireball in between, I got hit. That's a bad trade, right? Now, there are distances where you can sweep it, right? Punish the recovery with the sweep. But even saying that, if we're a newer school character with worse priority, there's more of a chance that if you fuck it up, you might actually trade because the priority is not as good, right? Another example here, again, we try to short, just showing how specific this distance can be, right? Even though you have options, right? Again, possible, right? But there we go. Look, then it didn't even beat it, right? So are you seeing what I'm already showing here a little bit? Despite it looking like this move should not be that powerful, it actually demands quite a bit of respect, right? Again here, we'll show it is possible to sweep, but You know, if you're at the wrong distance, it's not going to work. And we'll say, what about a, you know, more of a later school Street Fighter with faster fireballs, let's say, or a bigger fireball, we could say. Fireball, well, he blocked it in time. Fireball, that hit. They were both reversals, but it's pretty specific. Oh, that one I lost, right? That one I traded. Right? That one hit. Again, look at what I'm showing here. It's more specific than you would think. The move demands respect. It's a unique move. It's basically a special move, which we're going to show getting to Street Fighter 6 later. This move requires actual like thought when you think about it, right? It's an actual special move of Guile's, you could basically say, right? Even to try to super, well, you got hit, you traded, right? And now let's go back again. Let's remember the Dragon Punch situation. Might be, again, like I said, Clayton, why don't you just Dragon Punch? Well, again, you can't just Dragon Punch it. Well, you're like, well, what about a character like Sagat? His Dragon Punch range is huge. Well, guess what? He tries to reversal it. Well, it doesn't hit it. And as a matter of fact, you can even, guess what? There's the Dragon Punch, guess what? Lose. Because the priority on the move is that strong. Okay? And Sagat's Dragon Punch is that non-invisible. Like, well, I'm going to get in like this. Nope, he blocks in time. I'm going to get in like this. Well, he blocks in time. And now we move to so many years down the line, and we see that these normal moves are becoming less special, right? Let's do Guile's Sweep in a game like CVS 2. Oh, well, fuck, wait, it just went through him? He was that close and it didn't hit him? Can we go back a little bit? Let's see if I can pause that in a good frame. Look at this. Try to, oh my God, he didn't even have to block it. What? Look at this. It just, the range on the move is terrible. So do you see that when I showed earlier that although there are counters to Guile's Sweep in old school Street Fighter, and I'm using a character like Ryu, who Ryu has very powerful checking tools. Even a character like Ryu who has as powerful checking tools as Guile, you might win from your sweep right here with a short. You might win with the short right here, but if you're a little bit over here, the short will lose. You might win from a sweep right here, but if you're a little bit farther, the sweep might lose. It's actually a little bit more specific than you might not realize, right? But then in a game like CVS 2, well, the sweep doesn't even hit properly. Oh, geez, why do I have to fear this move? There's like no fear of me missing the punish, right? And of course, we have things like that hop kick and everything that can now counter this, right? And oh, well, fuck, I can just actually Dragon Punch it now. Now, I can just, fuck it. I don't actually, the move doesn't have the kind of thought process that it did. It's not that special of a move. It almost, as you could say, a hindrance to Guile. Before, where you could say it was a unique sweep where, compared to like a character like Ryu, and my voice is going out again, I've been in the hospital so much since this fucking summer, dude. Can't believe I got fucking like long COVID again or some shit. It's ridiculous. Before, you could say that a character like Ryu, something special about his sweep is the priority, right? And the fact that he can cancel it. But then you take a character like Guile, although Guile cannot cancel his sweep, look at how much you have to actually respect it. But once we even get to a game like CVS 2, now the move kind of seems like a hindrance, right? Again, there's just no thought. And then if we get to a game like Street Fighter 6, look at this. Okay, well, sweep, well, geez, both hits hit. That's kind of good. The range looks shitty, but it is actually a true combo. But guess what? All that advantage that you got before, it's not there. And not only that, I can punish you and not even touch you. I don't even have to touch you because all the characters have the same goddamn fucking hurt box in this game. I can totally do a move that whiffs you and punish you. And you might be like, oh, well, Clayton with a sweep, you can go into his roundhouse kick and get a juggle. I don't give a fuck. Not everything is about a goddamn fucking combo. Why can't we just like respect the old school neutral of fucking Street Fighter, dude? Guile's sweep is no longer special in a game like Street Fighter 6. You're like, oh, well, it's a true combo. So guess what? Because it's a true combo, this mind game of can I punish in between the sweep is totally gone. And the advantage that Guile gets if you don't check him correctly and getting that huge advantage is gone. Now, well, fuck, it's a true combo and I can just block it and I get a free punish even if I don't touch you. These are the kind of things that I talk about that is, the destruction of fighting games nowadays. People don't realize that normal moves back in the day used to be special. Not every normal move hit you ducking. A normal move being able to hit you ducking was special, right? Normal moves don't feel special anymore in Street Fighter. Even a move like Guile's Sweep doesn't feel special anymore. Anyway, if you like the videos, like, sub, silly, comment, share, support the channel if you want. I appreciate it. Thanks. Super chat, super like, super Patreon, where the fuck it's called. The end.